What's good YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. In the last reaction video I did, I said that I would record more videos like this depending on how popular the video was. It was clear that people liked the video, so I will be turning this into a series. I just thought I'd mention that I won't be posting that frequently on my channel for the next couple of weeks because I am moving house. So I've been really busy with all of that, and this is the state of my front room, which is where I record all my videos, including my fitness vlog, so that will be put on hold for the time being. In this video, I will be reacting to dumb people who gave natural selection the middle finger. As always guys, remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel to show your support. We are now up to 60 subs. Your support and love to the channel is really appreciated. Let's get right into the video.
For some people in this world, the only reason they're still alive is their ridiculously good luck. With no ability to foresee dangerous outcomes, and with an outrageous disregard for themselves and others, these people are often totally oblivious to the danger they create. But one thing's for sure, their antics make for some hilarious stories. So without further ado, let's check out some seriously dumb people who gave natural selection the middle finger.
Alright, let's see.
Clean up duty. When warning signs are left in the street by workers, there's usually a very good reason they're there. But this fellow had a lapse of reason when encountering signage warning of a hole that had been covered during road works. Totally misunderstanding the purpose of the warning sign, the fellow ends up painfully dangling by his foot. At least this will give him plenty of time to reflect on how he ended up.
Yo, so he was hanging there by his foot. Otherwise, I don't even know how deep that hole must have been. He would have just fell through. But, so when he lifts that stuff off the floor, why would you just proceed to just keep walking? You don't just walk forward after lifting that, after it's got a sign on it. Would you not see that there's something there? I don't know.
Up there.
Some people...
Inferior on superior. In July 2019, a 42-year-old man from Virginia had the supremely stupid idea to make his way across Lake Superior alone on a jet ski. The journey was 23 miles long and should have ended in Isle Royale National Park, were it not for the man getting hopelessly lost when a thick fog swept in. With his jet ski running on fumes, the man became stranded right in the middle of Lake Superior. Thankfully, he still had cell service and was able to call his friend, the owner of the jet ski, to arrange a rescue.
Oh, he got
the
lucky.
inevitable embarrassment of that rescue mission put him off any of these kinds of ideas for a while. Back pain 101.
Alright, so he did get lucky, but it's not that bad. I mean, he was living his best life. He was just going on a little journey, you know? He was just going on a little cruise on his jet ski, and it sort of died on him.
For a lesson in what not to do if you want to avoid permanent crippling back pain, please observe item A.
Oh, yo, he's going rapid. Oh!
Riding a slide in an abandoned amusement park is bad enough, but such a steep one with nothing but an obviously bad ending waiting at the bottom leaves only one question.
Alright, so, but why would you... I have so many questions. Why would you do that in an abandoned amusement park? It doesn't make sense. And then look at his face. Yo, his back got broke off. His back's gone, absolutely annihilated. He's got carpet burn, whatever, gravel burn, whatever that's called. He's done. His back's broken off.
Why?
Yeah, why?
Bombs away. In the military, working with dangerous weapons means significantly amplifying the cost of mistakes. And without someone looking out for them, a dangerously stupid soldier risks getting themselves and their squad in serious trouble. This Chinese soldier proved all of that during training when he made the worst grenade throw of all time.
Oh!
Freezing out of fear, it took his supervisor's quick thinking to get him to safety.
Yo, you see the way his supervisor snatched his body, just ripped him off. Look, watch
this soldier's best left
look,
playing with
just
water
snatches him. Like,
pistols.
come here.
Stupid,
Oh.
this charming man. Showing off is never a good thing to do, but its potential repercussions are much worse when you're a snake handler. But this man takes obnoxiousness to the next level by leaning in for a kiss with a cobra. In his desperate attempt to
gonna bite
impress,
him.
he gets bitten straight on the lip.
Ooh.
Thankfully, the snake appears to have been milked of its venom, otherwise...
Kissing a cobra. I swear, some people are just so dumb, man. I don't care if you do that 50,000 times. One time, that cobra is going to be like, you know what, let me give him a little kiss back. Cobra just wanted a little kiss and a little pecker, just ripped his lip off.
Otherwise, this guy would be looking even more unhappy.
Yeah, look, his lip is actually
Couch
half.
from above. This scene speaks 1,000 words.
Oh my
Three
days.
wisdom deficient pals try to figure out how to get a...
Yo, that couch is actually... That couch looks bigger than the actual pickup truck. How small is that little truck? It looks well small. Someone's gonna get broken in half here.
Couch down to the ground. Any number of things could happen, none of them good. Needless to say, their game of hardcore catch does not go to plan. Clearly, the idea of momentum is as alien to them as basic skills of self-preservation. Spit take. It's a sad truth that, unfortunately, some children's parents never taught them not to spit at people. And during an altercation in Italy between a person on the street and a man on his balcony, the guy with the height advantage started launching projectiles of spit. But in the video, unfortunately, the spit-happy chappy spits too hard.
Excellent, excellent. That's what you get. Shame. That's what you get. You know what? Yeah, I hope he's like fractured something. Who spits on someone? That's like the most disgusting thing. That's disgusting.
Falls right over the edge of his balcony.
Shame.
After that, he'll be spitting at people through a straw.
Yeah.
Bad time for a meetup. When there's a global pandemic afoot, and most people are trying to avoid any risk of infection, you'd think they'd keep themselves to themselves a little. But when lockdown rules were loosened in China, over 20,000 people flocked to Huangshan, a popular tourist destination. The managers were forced to shut the trails down after the unexpected influx of visitors totally overwhelmed expectations. The ironic thing is, most of the people have face masks on. If you were really concerned about your health, you wouldn't be out among 20,000 other people.
That's a lot of people, but you ever queued up for a ride at Alton Towers? That's pretty much it, you know, Rips or whatever it's called, yeah. They just experienced that. That's nothing new. You just go to Alton Towers, you'll see that.
Free of charge. People who are on the dimmer side often forget how dangerous electricity can be. But the funny thing about electricity is, it hands out reminders of its power pretty quickly.
Someone's going to electrocute themselves.
With it. Like this Russian fellow, who connected a huge lithium-ion battery to the mains without using the correct equipment.
Or he's going to electrocute himself.
Great. Instead of running away from a large battery that's clearly about to explode, he runs towards it.
Yo, move!
While he made it out alive, he was extremely lucky to do so.
It literally looks like it's about to explode, and he just runs towards it. Like you're just gonna go against the elements of the earth. Yeah, like electricity, you're just gonna nicely detach that away from it.
Firework tomfoolery. Combining the two concepts of fireworks and butt cheeks is never going to be a recipe for success. But when a German man decided to light a firework that was nestled cozily between his butt cheeks, he never could have imagined how much he'd regret that choice. The firework, it turned out, was wedged too firmly in between the cheeks to launch, and instead, as the video shows, the full force of the firework is unleashed into this guy's rear end. As you can probably guess, his behind was more than a little burnt and blistered afterwards.
Man just literally cooked his ass, like, it just smoked ass. He just, why, like, oh my days. People hold it in their hand, yeah, and then, like, even that's dangerous, let it go from the hand. This guy decides his ass.
It's really a testament to this guy's stupidity that it even needs to be said, but please, don't play with fireworks. Helping hand. It's always a shame when you try to help someone, but only wind up making things worse. But there's no better example of good
You see that? So Trump put a hat on that guy's head, yeah. The hat flew away because of the wind, and the guy literally still stood there in character, like never moved a muscle, just.
Intentions going terribly wrong because of someone not paying attention than what happened to these construction workers in Hong Kong in April 2020. While they're carrying out work, some petrol catches alight and rapidly spreads to one of the workers. In the ensuing chaos, another worker grabs a bucket of fuel and, mistaking it for water,
It's fuel.
tips it over his flaming colleague. Needless to say, this makes things
Oh.
considerably worse. Thankfully,
I'm
the
going
man was
hell.
eventually able to remove
I'm going
his burning
hell.
clothes, preventing himself being in.
So this guy thought he was helping his co-worker or mate out. He dashes more fuel on him. What is that? That's like manslaughter, isn't it? It's just like trying to help him out, but you're just literally trying to kill the guy. This guy thought he was helping him out.
Any further scorched. But though he did escape, he'd never forget how close his inattentive colleague had come to removing him from the gene pool
Oh my god, you're on fire. Here, let me help you out. Throw more bloody fuel over you.
entirely. As for these two handymen, even a table is too much to shell out for, when there's a perfectly good back available. Even if this picture is a joke, messing around with buzzsaws is never...
There's literally a table in the back though. You can literally see there's a stepladder there. You can use anything. Why would you use your...
the mark of a genius. And then there's this fellow, who was spotted in New Zealand in 2009 overcoming the need for a ladder altogether. Borrowing a friend's crane, he navigated his mower over...
Borrowing his friend's cranes. His friend just casually has a crane like in his back garden, unless he works for a company or something. Like, yo, you know, I gotta trim a bit of these trees. Yeah, can I borrow your crane, please? The guy's like, yeah, sure, yeah, I'll give
which
you it.
worked great until he fell off and broke his wrist. But while his wife reportedly wasn't best pleased about his lack of safety precautions, she did note that she was glad the bushes were finally being trimmed. Ladder to ladder. TikTok user Nibs Lua caught this moment of astonishing stupidity getting equally stupid results of her neighbor's insane approach to DIY. To reach the higher tiles of the roof for repairs, he'd propped two ladders on top of each other, and the ramshackle assembly held together about as well as you'd expect.
Yeah, he's gone. Oh, he saved it. He's... How about you hire a professional?
The neighbor almost falls to his death, but is able to save both himself and one of his ladders at the last moment. Icicles inbound. Icicles are one of nature's scariest creations, because if you're seriously unlucky or stupid, one could fall on you, killing you before melting away the evidence. This Russian man either doesn't realize the danger he's in, or is simply too Russian to care as he sticks his head below dozens of razor-sharp, precariously dangling ice stabs.
That freeze frame right there gives me anxiety galore. The balls or the stupidity to do that is just like, you have no value for your life at this point. That's nuts. Look at
It would
that.
take some seriously cold weather to form icicles of that length. The warmth of the building could melt one loose at any time. Whatever he's looking at better be worth it. Tracks of love. There are many places a couple might choose for a romantic walk. A beach, a forest trail. But if you're vaguely normal, you probably wouldn't choose train tracks. Especially not ones which are still in use. Unfortunately, that's exactly where these two chose to take a stroll. Luckily for them, the driver saw them way ahead of time and slowed down. But somehow they don't appear to have noticed the slow approaching train behind them until the driver does something much to the entertainment of his crew.
Yeah, the driver's a legend for doing that. Not only is he a legend for obviously slowing the train down because he's seen them, he is a bit of a legend for doing that horn. But yo, if you walk, why would you walk? There's grass right next to the train track. Let alone getting close to the train track. They're on top of the train. Just walk next to the train track. There's grass right there. I can see it. And then you don't hear, it's not an electric car that you can't hear it. It's a bloody train. How do you not hear a train coming?
Better to be frightened and humiliated than flattened, I guess. Joburg's finest. Gun safety is one of those things where, if you don't understand the importance of it, you're probably going to learn the hard way, at great cost. This police officer snapped propping himself up during protest at the University of Johannesburg in 2010 sparked outrage with the awful example he was setting. But if he continues to use the same kind of seating arrangements, he's sure to become a very messy example indeed of how not to handle a shotgun.
So, if every pharmacy in the world or the city that you're in is closed and you've got constipation problems, then I guess we found a solution. That's just going to fix it. Just blast your asshole open and there you go, no more constipation.
Long way from home. At some point, most teenagers have threatened to run away from home, but that usually involves heading to the bottom of the street and back again. But a 16-year-old boy from California took things a little more seriously when he ran away after an argument with his parents. In a bizarre turn of events, the young man ended up hopping the fence at an airport and climbing into the wheel well of a flight bound for Hawaii. The plane took off with him somehow still in it, though he likely passed out from the thin air at about 10,000 feet for the rest of the journey. It was a miracle that he not only survived, but also stayed secure without falling out. Once the plane landed, the teenager was seen crawling back out of the wheel well and exploring the airport. Amazingly, he was unharmed, which I really hope he doesn't take as an encouragement to try it again.
How does someone do that without getting caught or seen? Like, is there no I don't know what kind of reality I live in yet, but you'd expect like there to be some sort of like inspections going on in the plane to make sure that at the last minute the wheels are okay and all of that. Well, there you have it, guys. If you cannot afford to go on a flight or go on a holiday, we've just found a life hack. Hang on to the wheel, wait till it gets tucked into the plane, and then there you have it. You land in Lanzarote or wherever you're planning on going. Man just tucked into the wheel. Mad. So there you have it, guys. Hope you enjoyed that video. As always, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Catch you in the next one. Take care. Peace.